Hey,
Yo,
it's PS
yo,
and BS live Spoilercast episode. What is this? Episode 5 or 4?
five. It's yeah, yeah.
Damn, we're already at
There's
5,
been
and it's only supposed to be what 8 or 9 episodes.
I think I want to say 8, 9. I keep hearing halfway mark, so I don't know. Take that for whatever it
Okay,
is.
all right. Well, you know what time it is, man. It's the boys, Steels, and the Almighty. We here
Yes,
to
sir.
discuss House of Dragons. All spoilers involved. So if you haven't seen this week's episode, just go ahead and click this off until you watch it and come back and come
If you
see
haven't
what we
seen
had to
this
say
week's
about it.
episode, what are you
Um,
waiting for?
right, I don't know what you're waiting on, man. Yeah, I ended up watching it Sunday night, stayed up late, watched it Sunday night, so I didn't have
Nah,
to, prolong,
I watched it yesterday.
so
Man,
a lot is going on, bro. Go ahead, man.
yeah, I like that they didn't like skip this time. At least in the beginning,
Right.
because they did skip. Oh no, we'll get into that later. I don't know if they skipped or
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
but
yeah. We'll talk.
so this was a nutty. This was
This is
Game of
weird.
Thrones. This was George R. R. Martin. Like this was, yeah, you could see Homeboy's not doing good.
Yeah, he going bad. He going bad. And this
Homeboy's
whole
not
episode,
doing good
I'm
whatsoever.
this whole episode was like, is he dead yet? Is he dead
Is
yet?
it?
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah. Oh, this is the part. This is the part. I think at one point, well, we'll get into it when we get closer. But
yeah,
when he beats Corlys in his chambers, I was like, I don't know why, I'm getting a Red Wedding vibe. I think something bad's about
I
to
did. I
happen.
honestly, of course, as soon as you see wedding, Game of Thrones, I'm looking for them to close that door and shit to go left. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, which it kind
I
of
don't trust,
did, but
but not to
let's
the
start
red
from the
wedding.
beginning.
But go ahead. Yeah, let's knock this down, man.
Lady of the Vale, finally, after 5 episodes and probably, let's just say 3 years with all the skipping that happened, we finally get a look at Daemon Targaryen's wife, Rhea Royce, or as he calls her, the Bronze Bitch. um, Not what I was expecting. The way he talked about her, like I pictured like a, not necessarily a wench, but like seeing how he is in the streets, like I would only think that the way he talked about her, she was not what he wanted physically, you know.
Yeah, I thought
But
she was
she
gonna be
wasn't
more
bad.
ugly.
She
No,
wasn't bad. I thought she was. Yeah, she was. I was like,
I
damn,
think,
that's the
but you know what?
wife. Okay.
The way that she looked though, and this is the vibe that I got from her. She ain't no soft bitch.
She's rugged.
She's about that business.
Yeah,
She can hang with the dudes, I think, and I think
yeah.
that's a
Well,
turn.
yeah, she out there
Some guy,
hunting.
and unfortunately, some guys that's a turn off. Some guys are not looking for that. Some guys want
Yeah,
the freak in the sheets. That's just ditzy,
yeah.
and she ain't
But
that. She seems.
we find
Oh, go
out
ahead.
that he, well, we're here. He meets her as she's walking away. Well, not walking away. She's on her way to go hunt some deer. She has a bunch
Yep.
of pheasants on her horse,
Mm-hmm.
and here comes this Obi-Wan looking Jedi, kind of just standing there between the caverns or the hills, whatever you want to call it, with his little hoodie trench on. And at first I didn't know who it was. And then I saw the face, and then she says husband or where, something along. I went, oh
Yeah.
shit,
This
this
is
is a
her.
wife.
Mm-hmm. She's like, you
But
came to.
he was definitely demon mode.
Yeah, he was in demon mode.
Off
She's
rip.
like, you came to. What she said? You came to consummate the marriage finally. Like she made a joke, like
Consummate
finally figured out
marriage.
where your house at.
Yeah,
That's
she taunts him
crazy,
and
bro.
says, She taunts Damon about King Viserys choosing a little girl over Damon, and wonders aloud whether Damon will kill his own niece because she knows that
But then she saw
the
the
way he
demon in his
is.
eyes, and that's when she knew he like, hold on, this
Yeah,
dude on a mission. She kind of
yeah,
connected the dots right in like real time.
yeah. But yeah, exactly. Like snap a finger, she realized like, oh
Hold up,
no, he wants to marry her.
for real, for real.
So that means I got to go because she knows the
Ain't no such
rules.
thing as divorce. Yeah, ain't no divorce in
Yeah,
those days.
yeah, she knows the rules. So I mean, and obviously they don't show her body in this one, which I don't know. Part of me is kind of okay with that. Like I'm kind of cool that they didn't do that, but you can tell. I mean, Homewood picks up a rock, and they're like, she was destroyed, basically. um, yeah, the world's shortest part in a big show. I mean, how would you feel if they were like, "Yo, Trav, so I got a part for you. Oh, sweet, this could be my big break. Yeah, yeah, you're gonna play a person, and you're not gonna come into the 5th season, and you're only gonna last about 45 seconds, and then they're killing you
That's
off."
crazy. And they gave her that whole little ride through the valley. You know what I'm saying? They gave her all
Yeah,
that.
they made it seem like she was gonna be a big part. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I wasn't expecting for that to happen. Um, yeah. So she's out of here. She broke her arm because of the horse,
She broke
and
her
then
back. She couldn't move. She was paralyzed. She was down on the ground. She couldn't move. That's why he checked her arm.
true,
She was paralyzed.
true.
That horse landed right on top of her. Her back was gone. That's why he checked her arm. Like, oh, she ain't got no feeling.
Yeah,
That's why she's like, oh, you ain't gonna finish the job. Yada yada yada.
yeah, yeah. Just you never know how to finish. And I was like, damn. So then we go to we see Alicent talking with Papa. Otto Hightower on his way out. Yo, this dude's straight scheming, man. Everything out of his mouth is a scheme. You know, even on his way out, talking her up like what's that called? Brainwashing. Just absolutely brainwashing. After he was dismissed, he was gonna leave King's Landing. He's talking to his daughter at the gate. And she's like, don't go. Basically, she's going to be by herself. Like, there's no one else. Her whole family's back home.
Mm-hmm.
But Otto doesn't have it. He said, King will die. And he knows. And everyone's starting to notice. King will die. Maybe months, maybe years. But he'll not live to be an old man. And if Rhaenyra succeeds him, war will follow. The realm will not accept her. And to secure her claim, she'll have to put your children to the sword. She'll have no choice. Which makes sense. Because technically, a lot of people believe, since they got the son, Aegon is the heir. Yeah.
And
the only way
that
to
will
be
just
like,
and to solidify, you're right. To solidify it where there won't be because the thing is, if the son gets older, because the baby's not gonna be a baby forever. So the
as
thing
long as the son's in play, war's an
there's
option.
always war is always an option. There's always gonna be
Yeah.
people that's gonna be like, we can rally behind this. Because we don't want that. So for that to get solidified, the baby would have to be up for debate.
Yeah.
No,
and
even
we saw that
in
Game of
adulthood,
Thrones.
even in adulthood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like don't get it tricky. I mean, the baby's baby now, but later down the road, adult can get it even worse.
The time is coming, Alicent. Either you prepare Aegon to rule, or you plead to Rhaenyra and pray for her mercy. That's nuts.
Exactly.
That's the final words.
They all gonna get white.
Because
I mean, honestly, but he's telling her the truth though. He's telling her at that point.
No,
I kind of like.
Hey,
I was kind of on Otto's side at that point.
We're back at it. That's the truth bending.
I don't think that's truth bending. I think
it's the truth, but the way he's saying it is still like.
He's telling her G shit. He's telling her G shit because he can't be like, all right, have a good life. I'm gonna go right off to the sunset. He understands that, bro. Look at what the streets is saying already about Rhaenyra. Like they don't want her to be the next ruler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once the kid can talk and walk and they see that's a whole man. Right now they're just looking at a child, so they're not taking it that serious. Oh, it's just a child. Child can't be on the throne. Once that motherfucker's a teenager and he can feel himself. You saw Game of Thrones. You saw when Jit had the throne. What happened with that?
Oh yeah.
Come on now. So that he's telling him like, hey, don't raise your son to be under her, under your aunt. Raise your son to rule because that's his only choice. It's either get put down or put somebody down. Like it ain't no in between. Ain't no living in harmony. Not in that. Nope.
So after that, they take a nice little boat trip over to Corlys, Lord Corlys Valerian's, and to talk about the wedding, or give his proposal of, hey, we should marry my daughter and your son. He's not looking good on that shit, throwing up, and just when he steps off that shit, he looks like Casper's son, just absolutely pale face,
dog shit.
Oh my god, horrible.
Yeah, that's why he on the boat all the damn time. He trying to get his affairs in order.
Yeah, exactly. He's doing that shit. Lord Corlys makes a power move.
Oh yeah.
In the sense of not greeting the king, basically saying, "We all know you're not going to be around much longer. You're in my area now. Why are you here?" Kind of shit.
Right.
And he's like, "I don't care. Let's just hurry up and get this done," because he knows he's borrowed time right now.
Right.
Borrowed time. So they go and they have their little talk, and
and then they try to politic with each other about the name.
Yeah, about the name. He has to be Valerian. And he's like, he can be Valerian, but the second he touched that throne, he's Targaryen.
Yep.
We'll see
his
about
girl's
that.
last name.
Because no one's there. Hey, what's up, Rachi? No one's there to hear this except the new hand, which we'll get into him in a second.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see what else Rhaenyra and Elena have children. They'll inherit the parental family name of Valerian. He says when he becomes queen, they'll rule on the name Targaryen. Yeah.
Yep, said that.
So you have them two. You have them two walking.
They on the beach and they pretty much, he spills like, "Hey man, my appetite ain't for that." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and she pretty much like, "Oh, cool. My appetite ain't for you either." So
yeah. She likes duck.
We kind of.
She likes duck and not goose, apparently.
Yeah. And so they start politicking on how they gonna finesse the system. And this has been a thing. They always said this has always been a thing. Like people get married for the politics and the business, and then they do what they want to do behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
they're married for the better of the realms and their families,
right.
But they got their sneaky links.
But then it cut back to the king sleeping and Dreadhead and his wife was talking, the queen that never was.
Yeah.
And she's like, but our son, he has a condition. But he's like, he'll just outgrow that, you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't nothing like bending.
Yeah.
He started going crazy.
As he was saying that, I'm like, wait a minute. Are they saying what I think they're saying? And then boom, you see them together and you're like, yep.
They rolling around in the sand, playing footsies. Yeah, you know how that go.
Well, yeah. That's
so. I mean, that came out. I'm like, oh shit. We'll see how this goes. I mean, this might work in the princess's favor because Buddy can have his play thing.
Yep.
And she can have her bodyguard.
Honestly, at first I didn't know that's what she was talking about.
What?
But then it made sense. She said some people like roast duck. It says others like goose.
Right.
And it's just like he's like, why not? She's like, it's kind of greasy. Like, yo, what?
Yeah. There was foreshadowing it, but you gotta see. You kind of like read their face, and that's how I kind of connected the dots. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
All right,
And they
now we get it.
call it a paramour, which I'm like, what is with all these terms about having a side chick? Like, why can't it just be like, I got a side chick, I
I
got a
got a
side
side
piece.
chick. Yeah,
That's it. You know what's
my
sneaky links and
chastity.
all these? Yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's
Then they get
ridiculous. All
back
these
on the
extra
boat.
terms.
They get on the boat, and old boy comes, not with no armor on. He comes over there like he a homeboy and shit.
Yes. He
And he
come
puts
over
an
there.
offer out there.
You're on a boat with sailors. There's eyes. You ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And you're gonna come out in your t-shirt, all like, baby, please, let's run away.
Let's run away. I got a boat.
Choose me. Choose me. Be free.
Choose you. I got a whole kingdom. You want me to be a person?
Yeah. Yeah.
Me
My
Poe?
name. I am the crown.
Yeah. Like,
I am the. and then she hits it on him.
yeah.
They're okay with it. So let's just do that. So I'm your whore.
Whore? You're my whore. First of all, when
Yo.
you was in the room taking off your medal and all your little shit, did you talk to her and be like, are we going steady now? You ain't asked all of that.
No,
you went in there and got it cracking.
You just knew what it was. Yeah. He says, I am the
crown.
what
it was, man.
Yeah.
So don't try to renege and try to, you know what I'm saying? Like try to bend the rules.
Yeah.
You the
You want to
booty
be your
call.
whore. I took an oath as a knight of your king's guard, an oath of chastity, and I
chastity.
I spoiled my white chastity. Cloak, and that's the only thing that I have to my fucking name.
And you want me to run off? First of all, you want me to run off, and that's all you have to your name? You don't got 2 pennies to rub? What?
Hey, apparently being free is better, man.
No, I saw the streets. Renee saw the streets. It ain't that.
Yeah. No. And then he storms off like a little girl.
Oh, he was
before
bad.
He can finish his speech.
He was violated out there. And the thing is, I talked to my girl about this. I'm like, bro,
he's feeling some type of way.
He still could have got married, had a family, and he could have had a side piece, which happened to be the queen.
Yeah.
He could have been living the best life. He could have been the best paid bodyguard.
Yeah.
Think about it, guys. Think about it. He would have got bonuses and raises and company vacation.
Yeah. Yeah. Company perks.
Yeah, he would have had a company car. You know what I'm
saying? So after that, we see yet another snake in the grass. We can never get rid of him from these guys. So first was Otto Hightower, the right hand.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now it's the new right hand son.
Oh yeah, dude in the garden, just looking creepy as ever.
Looking creepy as hell with a cane. And he's all like, yeah, so I heard this and I heard that. And, you know, word around the streets is that, you know, this person's cousin's nephew's niece saw that they brought the drink in. And I'm just like, wow.
Snitching.
Wow.
Snitching.
No.
But it gets better.
Oh, yeah. So now you see it in Allison's face. Like,
yeah, she's screwed. She's
just like, yo, my own supposed best friend is lying to me again. Not really,
right?
Because like we said last week, the opposed question was if her and Damon did anything. No one said anything about, you know, the keep.
Right. Oh shit, that's right. So she bring the keep in there, try to give him the 21 questions and shit.
On himself.
Fam, he first 48, bro. He was the first person to be on First 48. You ever watch First 48 and they get in the room and they get their McDonald's and they just start telling before they even say what they even accused of?
Yeah.
This what happened in this circuit. She didn't even get it out her mouth yet. She didn't even say who she thought was doing the screwing.
No, but the words were perfect. The words were perfect the way she kept saying it to make him believe. I mean, I understand it because the way she was saying it, like she would and before she would say who it was, she would start into the next.
Yeah. I'm kind of
like, you know,
don't even say it. I don't even say it.
Yo, yes.
But you got to understand from her stance, bro. She kind of gotta play it like that because that's her bodyguard she's talking to.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know how tight she and her bodyguard is. You know what I'm saying? She can't just go up in there and start accusing because the bodyguard be like, fuck you, my loyalty is to her. You know what I'm saying? So she's trying to tread lightly and play the field, see how this is gonna go. And then when he just broke,
just
she couldn't believe it herself.
Everything there, she was shocked, and he knew that he knew what that meant. He was just like, "Yo, just do me a favor, just kill me. Don't torture me.
Please don't torture me, please. That's all I ask, please."
And she's like, "You know what?
Fuck it.
I think I could be of some use of you because she's alone. She has nobody, and now she has this juicy, spicy dirt that she could use at any time."
Oh yeah, she got the card. Oh, she put the card in her pocket.
She got him in the pocket now. She let him go. Yes.
I was wondering why she let dude go because I'm like, she should have rained.
She's alone. Right, she doesn't have nobody there. She's starting to collect chess pieces.
She's trying. Hey, she doing shit because when she let the ball drop, because she knows she gonna let the ball drop. Gonna drop.
They show homeboy looked like he was about to die. Viscerous, his arm all messed up.
Yeah. They got more leeches on him or some bullshit.
They wanted to put leeches on him to
this man is a walking corpse.
Clean the blood and yo, like that's horrible. Like that's disgusting. And they give him some drink just to knock him out.
Yeah, I don't know what this man got, but he got something.
They keep saying it's from the iron, from he keeps getting cut from the damn chair from the Iron Throne. So I'm wondering if it's like hepatitis or fucking tetanus and all that shit, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
Because at first I thought somebody might have poisoned him or something, but at this point it can't be because whatever poison that was didn't work as fast as they wanted.
Yeah, I don't think a poison takes 4 years to freaking 3 years.
Child burn. He over there knocking wife down. Yeah, he going wild.
Yeah. So now, royal wedding.
This part, I saw the boats. I'm like, oh, they actually gonna do it right now?
Yeah. I didn't think it was gonna be. Well, this is the beginning of it. They were supposed to be. This is like the beginning open ceremony, kind of like the Olympics. You know how they have the open ceremony before they have the games, and then is the medal ceremony. That's exactly how this happened. This was supposed to be the open ceremony, the big feast, the whatever, and then they're supposed to have all the week-long tournaments and all these feasts and all this shit, and then the actual wedding happens.
Right.
So all these people come in. You get to see Jason Lannister again, Master of Castellet Rock, and his smart ass self is just as smart ass as he ever is. Takes a snip at the princess, saying basically, you're just a maid. You're worthless. And this and that. And she snapped back. She don't keep her mouth shut, which I like. That's why I like her.
Hell yeah. She by the streets, man.
Yeah. I can think of no better man than Sir Leonor. Yeah. Meaning, fuck out of here. And then, Royce's dad, the father of who Daemon killed, the wife.
Yeah.
They show up. He's sitting right there. And he knows.
I thought it was the cousin. Wasn't it the cousin that approached Daemon?
I thought that was the father the whole time.
The dude that approached Daemon when he was at the table was her cousin. He was like, "I'm her cousin."
Oh,
but
really?
Her father was there too. The older dude.
I thought that was the
they
father.
Whispered in his ear. He's like, you know what the green. But go ahead. Take it. I mean, read it. You could probably read it.
Well, no, that's no.
That's later. That's later down. That's what I'm saying.
Those are two separate families. The whole one with the green where they're talking and all that shit. That's
her family.
That's Alicent's family that came.
Oh shit!
To support.
I'm talking shit. Yeah, you're right. You're
right. Rhea, that's the father.
But the cousin. But the cousin is the one that approached Daemon, though.
Okay, I thought that was the father.
I mean, it should be in your thing that you got.
Yeah, let's see.
But when we get to that, we'll get to that because that don't happen till later down.
Well, yeah, because right now they're showing. He starts giving his speech, And everyone's wondering where's the queen? Where's the queen? They start giving a speech. The king is speaking, and she just shows up. Mic drop. Everything's silent.
And you know what? This was the first time that you saw the queen in this light, because she always been playing the back. She's always been playing like the novice,
like she don't exist.
Now, like she don't exist really. But now, her wearing her father's colors, the green.
That's their war colors. When they go to war,
that's their war colors.
That's what they put out. She's making a statement now. She's
making a statement like whose side she on. Like I believe my pops.
Yeah. I believe my family.
Yeah.
I'm representing my family.
Right.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was strong, bro.
When the queen congratulates Rhaenyra, her mouth says this is a great blessing, but her eyes say I intend to murder you.
That's crazy.
And then Viserys resumes his speech.
Yep.
And then they have their first dance.
The weird ass dance. The
TikTok
dance.
Queen Alicent walks off to greet her uncle. That's when she goes over to the uncle. Oh, they're all wearing green. Till Old Town still stands with her. And that's their way of saying, we believe you, we're with you. You need anything.
Say less.
Yeah. And then now here, Sir Gerald Royce accosts Daemon at the royal table about the death of Lady Royce, who was Gerald's cousin. Okay.
Yeah, see, it was a cousin, yeah.
So yeah,
but he was a young dude. He was a younger dude.
Yeah, Daemon calls it a tragic accident. But he knows he's the one who did that shit.
Yeah. Man, my sister ain't never had my cousin ain't never had no accident on no horse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It'd be crazy, like, if she was a novice on a horse. If you know somebody for a long time and you see how they ride and do all that shit, that kind of accident don't happen to people like that. That ain't that shit happened to a novice. So he knows some foul play was there. And then look, her head was mushed in. Come on, man.
But then he G-checks him.
Yep.
It's like, oh yeah? Well, what do you plan to do about my inheritance? He's like, what fucking inheritance?
Well, had no seed.
Never had no kids. So
all that me.
All of Runestone now comes to me. I'll be there to maybe I'll see you when I go there pick it up.
This man talked about it like he was picking up clothes, man. He talking about a whole house.
Yo.
That's like you about to G-check somebody and then forgot. Like that's your new boss.
Yeah. You better be careful.
Tread how you lightly. Like he should have instantly just started sucking toes at that point.
Whoa. I don't know about this time and age. The shit that they be wearing and feet all exposed and it's just sweat, like soap dirt, mud and shit. Like I don't know about sucking toes in this era. Nah, I'm good. I'll pass.
I got you.
The royal brawl happened. Well, yes. So the royal brawl is what's up next. Daemon descends on the dance floor, makes his move on Lady Driftmark, Lena Valerian. That's the sister, the one that was supposed to wed the king when she was freaking like 10 years old.
Right. She done grown up now.
So they're having their little flirting back and forth.
Yep.
You flatter me. I was hard to hear about your wife. Don't be. I wasn't.
He definitely played like he on one, bro.
This dude. Oh my god, I cannot believe it. So as they're chatting up, Lord Laner and his lover, whose name we still don't know, they're talking, and he goes, "Look, see that guy over there? Yeah. That's one.
Me. That's me.
How do you know? Because I could tell. Look how he's side looking.
Yeah. He like I could tell when the demon's on the demon.
Yes. Yes. And what did they call it? They said he's pussy something.
He whipped? He was already whipped?
There's a word. Oh man.
They don't say it in there?
Yeah. The following reckon he knows Rhaenyra's paramour. They call him the paramour. We actually looked it up on what it meant, but
oh really? Okay.
Yeah, basically it's a side chick, sneaky link for someone who is married. All parties
paramour, man.
Whatever.
Hey. Yeah. Shout out to all the paramours out there, man.
And he said he figured out because Sir Christian is unable to take his eyes off her. Bit of a stretch since he's keeping eyes on Rhaenyra is literally his job. But you can tell.
Right.
You can tell if they're just like keeping
Doing
an eye
their
out to make sure
job.
nothing's happening. But yeah. Nah. He definitely was. I am not yet married. All right, so marriage is only a political arrangement. I hear mine was recently dissolved. He says with Foe. Oh no, this is all right. So Daemon grabs Rhaena aside and asks she really wants to get married.
Right.
Lyanna is a good man and a fine knight. He will bore you senseless. Like this dude just has no resolve, man. He keeps getting banned and then comes back and his brother keeps giving him a chair at the table.
But Rhaenyra calls I don't know if he calls the bluff or whatever, but she counters back and like, hey, then take me right now. Fuck yeah. Let's ride.
And that's her thing.
Go through the guards, knock him off, and let's rock.
If you paid attention, because this happened at Dragonstone too, it seems like Daemon has this like full plan of she's gonna show up, I'm gonna move out or step up, I'm gonna say this is what's happening, and she G-checks that whole plan and just says do this, do that, or do that. And he's just like fuck. And that's exactly what happened. Take me right now. Go ahead. Do it.
Yeah, be a boss.
Do it. Cut him up.
Yeah, go through his look. Yeah. He don't got no fingers.
Guard. Dare you?
Remember when his cousin tried to shake his hand? He didn't even have a hand to shake.
Yeah. It's Sir Kristen Cole. All right, so they don't really talk about this, but the lover goes over to Kristen Cole.
Yep, they have a little powwow.
And he kind of whispers in his ears, I know who you are. You don't know who I am. But we have secrets together. And we need to
That's the bogus shit.
No.
Like, why do that? What was the benefits of that?
I have no idea. Well, what I heard is it started to sound like he was like, listen, we have the secret. We can help each other. Protect them. Like at first it seemed like it was about to protect them.
Right.
Then he made it sound like, at any given time we have this information. So, we could do
blackmail you or some shit.
Exactly. Like he started to make it seem
that's what I'm saying. Like he didn't
in a negative way.
Right.
And I think Cole just felt not intimidated, but was like, I can't have any more people out here knowing this shit. Like there's already too many people.
Fucking queen.
There's already too many people.
Ratted to the queen, bro.
Yes. And now this dude knows, and the king knows. The future. Well, queen, king. What would he be?
Yeah.
If the queen's in charge, the king is just okay. So like he's like, I can't have all these people going, and I'm protecting the queen. And right. I thought people started going after Daemon.
Yeah, me too. When you heard the commotion, I love how they filmed this show, bro. Because shit popping off, and you just like, it's
what's
like
going on? Like you're there, like where
like
they
you're there for real. Like what's going on?
Yeah. Daemon grabs her behind the head as if to kiss her. An undignified sight that Viserys catches just as he's about to get inflamed. A commotion breaks out. Sir Christian Cole and Lyanna's lover, they start brawling. You don't see that right away.
That's the crazy thing.
You just see a brawl. Rhaenyra kind of like gets shoved to the side.
Yeah.
Someone gets slapped. I mean, you did see him get punched, and then I'm like, oh shit, Daemon has nothing to do with this. It's freaking Cole and homeboy, and he's just, bro, he put a hole in his face.
But the question is, to me, is why did they do that? Because they had that powwow over by the pillar, and then he let dude walk by him. Like he moved his sword out the way and everything. Let dude walk by him. Did he just wait like 20 minutes? Like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm gonna go handle this man right now.
Yeah.
Like, what turned him up? Like, are we gonna see that? Because something happened there, bro, that they not letting us know. But he must have went back and G-checked him like he was on snitch, because he went in there and caught a homie.
And then Viserys starts coughing blood, and Cole just literally beat him to death. And then we see Leonor come to his aid, start crying and stuff like that.
Oh my god!
So
it's on Front Street, bro.
Yeah,
it's all on Front Street.
But then what happens?
They have an express wedding.
Express wedding. Bruh, they didn't even clean up the blood.
Nope. They said because the pops look like he got maybe hours. He might not make it 7 days.
Yeah.
And then this brawl just happened. That's kind of like when something like that pops off, it's kind of like a omen or something. It's kind of like, you know what? Let's just get this shit done now because that's maybe the gods telling me something.
And they're both crying.
It's already starting off bad.
Rhaenyra's crying while speaking vows.
Yep, dude is bawling
while speaking vows because they know that this still has to happen.
Yeah,
you know, Christian Cole, and then so they go through this. Dude, this is such a weird thing, bro. This wedding, it's like everyone's happy, and then someone gets pummeled, but yet they started, like you said, the way they do the writing is genius because they make you seem like it's Daemon. And the brawl's happening, and people are fighting. And you're like, "Oh shit, Daemon's about to do it. He's doing it.
He's going for the. He's going
for it. Or he's getting his ass kicked." And then next thing you're like, "Wait a minute, why do I see armor? That's Cole. Who's on a? Oh!" And then he just wouldn't stop punching him.
Dude, he mushed dude head in.
Oh my god, bro! Like,
hey, that tells me Renee picked the right one though. Because her life was never gonna be in danger with him.
Yo, so they, excuse me. So they start to have the wedding, and they cut to Sir Christian Cole kneeling at the King's Landing Godwood tree.
Oh my god!
Having disgraced the princess,
have a noose out there.
Disgraced the princess. He's about to commit suicide by impaling himself with his dagger, but he's stopped at the last minute by Queen Alicent calling his name the second time in this episode. No, I still need you. Yeah. Or does she want to have a side piece?
Probably both.
Yeah.
Why not both?
Because she was the one, remember, in the beginning, when he first showed up, he took his helmet off. She was like, "Oh, he's Dornish." Like, I called dibs kind of moment. Right. Like, you know, I called the dibs. And then Rhaenyra's just like, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. But now he over here, this man taking his chastity to the highest level. He about to kill himself over just some chastity shit? Was he a virgin? He might have been a virgin for real.
I mean,
he going crazy like he never had puss in his life. He going crazy. He done killed the man. In 48 hours, he killed the man.
Yeah. Almost killed himself.
He snitched on himself.
He killed the man. And then he almost killed himself.
Renee must got something. She got something.
Oh, I bet she does.
She got something.
I bet she does. So they end the episode. Final moment before credits play. King Viserys collapses, and that's how they end it.
And I'm surprised that his
pan out, fade to black.
His wife jumps down on the floor too when he falls out. Like she goes after him. Like I wasn't expecting her to go down and be like, "Oh, what's happening?"
Oh, Alicent?
Yeah.
I mean,
she's still playing a role.
There's that, and I mean, there is some history. I mean, that is the father of the kid, and
okay.
Remember, like years have passed since this started, and granted, I mean, you know how it is sometimes. Even
there's some beef in the streets.
In when couples like separate, you know, there's always that love there, no matter how much you hated them for the most part, especially when they have kids.
Right. Facts.
So, you know, in that instant, you know, but
all that bullshit to the side.
Yeah, that, or maybe like you said, she knows. Oh, if he goes, I'm fucked, kind of thing.
Oh, that too.
You know, I'm screwed if he dies now because now I got to deal with what's going on. I'm not ready for it to go forward yet.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think you think next week we're gonna start with a funeral?
Maybe.
Or will it fast forward a little bit more and it'll just be mourned already?
Well, I'm gonna put it like this. I guess I would say you should put your predictions out there. My girl had us watch past the credits.
Oh,
so I saw a little bit of some, but the way that they do those after credits things, it's never what you think. Because I already seen one, and I was like, that's not even how the episode ended up. Like so, because they always shed light like, oh, Damien is this demon. I'm talking about in the past, like episodes. They like, oh, Damien's this demon, and then you get to it and it's like Damien wasn't even in this episode like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for what they showed, I don't know. Like I'm not gonna speak on it, so I want to know what you think is gonna happen.
If he's not dead, next week's more than likely going to be his last one.
Sheesh.
I don't see the way he's been progressively getting worse and worse and worse. He can't even hold himself up. Homegirl, his cousin, the queen that never was, all happily grabbed him, and he's all like, "Ow, oh, my hands, ow, don't touch me, out." He can't. He can barely cut the damn chicken at dinner, bro. He's all like,
he ain't got no hands.
Yeah, he can't do anything, bro. The chicken, like
I'm wondering, is that like a secret? Like, does the world even know that he got no hands? Like, I don't think the world knows that he's sick. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't.
No. Well, they're starting to notice stuff, but certain things, they probably don't know how bad his arm is. I mean, obviously, he looks sick.
What I mean is like, like,
because when the cousin grabbed his hand, she was all like,
she didn't know. That's what I'm saying. She didn't even know.
Yeah, and he was all like, "Oh shit."
So I think like the cousin might know like he's sick, but I don't think they know to what extent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
but I don't think it's public knowledge though. But I'm geeked. This is a good episode.
Oh yeah. This ended and my wife was like, "Wow. Holy shit."
Whoever's writing these shows, props to y'all, man. And
whoever
filming them, props to y'all, man.
Well, I guess they still have to take what he wrote in the books and
that's what I'm saying. Like they implement, because I did watch the part where, for instance, so the book is not necessarily what we're watching. For instance, because after the episode, they have like a little like behind the scenes where they have the directors kind of talk about certain shit. So they expressed about the scene when Damien's wife is running through, on the horse or whatever. And they kind of wanted her to, so you could, in that small period of time, you kind of knew what kind of woman she was. She didn't need help because dude asked, "Hey, you need help, mommy?"
Yeah, I got this. I got this.
So you already knew she was a strong woman. You already knew that she was about her shit. You know what I'm saying? In that small senses.
Very independent.
In the book, it says that she dies from an accident on that hunting trip. In the book, Damien doesn't kill her.
Well, that was never fully implied on how she died because the podcast that I listened to for this, they touched on that as well.
Right.
They said that they saw that they kind of liked how they took what the book said, which is exactly what you just said, and shine a little more light on it and kind of went, this is happening. Because that was one of the allegations or when people read the book was like, was it Damien or did she actually die? Did she get attacked by an animal? Like, no one really knew. All it said is what you said. She just died in an accident hunting.
Right.
No one actually knew exactly how. And that gave the book readers some closure. It's like, well, maybe that is not how it happened, but they're showing it, so this is what it is now.
Right. I like
and
that.
And also, the whole talk with the goose and the duck. I like duck and not goose.
Yeah.
That was another thing that was actually in the book, and it played off a little different in the book. But they said that it was nice to see that
they kept the lingo.
That they kept it. Yeah, because a lot of times people don't like to use books. I mean, this happened with The Walking Dead. Like they started to kind of go away and start to do their own thing, and like people were calling for certain things, like yo, when is Carl gonna get shot? When is Rick gonna lose his hand? When is this? When is this? When is this? And it's like, you're going so far from the book now, and it's like there's still key things that didn't happen. And that's one of the things that the people I listen to, they said that they like to see is that they are still keeping up, even though certain things are a little different. They're still keeping up with the tone of the book. So
that's good. Yeah, I'm geeked, man. I'm geeked
for
the next episode.
This is 100%. We're religiously watched. Like that's,
yeah. There's nothing. I'm cool.
First couple episodes, I was kind of still trying to figure things out, and now it's like,
yeah. And I don't like you hear like who said it? General said like he just can't get into it. Like I don't even try to what is it? Persuade people to watch this show. It's just like, hey, if you like it, if you don't like it, hey, I'll be selfish. I'll keep this to myself. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. All I do is like, really? You don't? Yeah, because of this and that. And then I try to be like, yeah, but this and that. Let's just do a little quick debate, but I'm still not trying to be like, oh, you gotta watch this. Nah, it's like,
but
well, that's not how I'm taking it. This is how I'm taking it. You know?
Honestly, you should be watching this. But you know what? I'm not gonna fight you on it because I'm selfish about this show. And then not only that, it's like I don't want, like, let's say I don't watch it on Sunday. The only person I really gotta dodge is you, Steels. Like, I don't have to, like, when it comes to spoilers or nothing, like, I don't want to have to dodge everybody. You know what I'm saying? So
because you don't know very many people that are watching it.
Right.
Well, stay away from Julio at work.
He's on it?
Oh,
Dude, see, I don't think he knows that I watch it.
He is a Game of Thrones fiend.
Okay, so good. He probably doesn't even know that I watch it.
You think you want to talk about conspiracy theories after every episode and trying to figure things out before it happens? He's a fiend when it comes to Game of Thrones.
He got a webcam, man. It'd be funny to get Julio on here one time.
I see him tomorrow. I'll talk to him.
Hell yes. Even if we got to join through his phone, like Greg, get him coming on one time and hear his. I want to hear these conspiracy theories. That's what I'm more curious about.
We used to talk about Game of Thrones all the time. He's like, yo, and he knows storylines and house.
That's my favorite
rules
part
and shit like that.
Conspiracy shit.
Oh, but this house did this and that house did that, and they mean this and this and that. This means this and that means like that's how he gets into it, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. When I see him at work, I'll talk to him.
Hell yeah, man.
Because he's in on this too.
Oh, that's bad. So anything else you got to say about this? Any predictions or
when's next Sunday? No, I think
that's it.
Right at this moment, right now,
Buddy's on the deathbed.
It's
He's
just
dead.
Well, Buddy's on the deathbed, so we're just waiting for that to happen.
Okay.
And then hopefully, I don't know if I want to even put this out. Hopefully, it just keeps trending upwards. And the part, the story after the story, because right now the story is how is Viserys going to set this up?
Right.
For his passing.
Here's my question. Do you think next episode is going to be, because in my mind, I always say this is how the show should be or is, but it's obviously not. They usually have like a politic kind of episode, then you get blood and guts in the next one. This one kind of feel like even though we did get some murder in this one kind of laid more on the politics side. A lot of people, So next episode, do you think we get a lot of bloodshed?
Yes, because next week's episode, the whole shit that happened at the wedding, the side piece getting killed, Damien being who he was, all that shit has to unravel.
Yeah.
This show just ended with all that shit just there. Like
boiling in the pot.
Just boil. Exactly. So next week, all this shit has to unravel. Who knows what's going to happen? I honestly don't know. I know every week I usually have like a conspiracy prediction or this or that. My only prediction is Homeboy's going to die in the next 1 or 2 episodes. I don't see him lasting another 1 or 2 episodes, especially the way they like to jump.
There's no way, bro.
There's
he
absolutely
fell out.
No
he had
way.
blood coming from him. He missing his hand.
Yeah. He can't survive without having leeches on him and shit like that.
He couldn't even remember his speech for real. Like, he was like, what did I say?
Where was I?
Those are little subtle things I'm picking up on.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just bring on next. I mean, I don't want to fast forward the week because then we're gonna be right back at work on Monday. But I can't wait for Sunday's episode, man.
But it's a good way to end the weekend though, for sure.
I mean, we wait till Monday anyway, but it's that we're both hooked. I can tell my wife is 1,000,000% invested now, so am I.
It's funny, me too. My girl, at first she was like, "Oh, it's not the original people from Game of Thrones.
Yes.
I don't want to see it."
And sometimes that
happens.
Just
give it 1 episode,
like the challenge.
And next thing you know, she was
challenge,
just like,
right? Yeah. You watch MTV Challenge? We've watched every freaking challenge, every single one. And even when they start breaking in the UK and trying to do all this different stuff, they started this new challenge where it has none of the original cast. It has like Love Island and it has like Love Island people, Big Brother people, Temptation Island people, like a bunch of the other Survivor. Yeah, it has none of the original cast. And we started watching it, and I just can't get it. Even though TJ Lavin's still the host, I can't get into it. We watched 1 or 2 episodes, and then a couple days went by, and Kat's like, "So are we gonna watch a challenge or what?" I'm like, "You know what? I'm not feeling it. I'm sorry. I gotta have at least a few of my
Johnny
original
Bananas,
cast." JT. They're coming out with a new one, and Johnny Bananas is back on it.
Hey, say less.
So like I gotta at least have a handful of my original cast, man. Like
Right.
I just can't do that. It just doesn't seem right. And sometimes
Right.
shows are that way, especially when you go the opposite direction.
Right.
When you go, that's why Star Wars, 100%. I'm an old head. You can say it. I don't give a shit. 4, 5, and 6, which is the original 1, 2, and 3, are the best ones in my opinion because that's what I grew up on.
Right.
I could not stand the Phantom Menace and those first 3 where Anakin is young and Jar Jar Binks and all that shit. I did not like those. I don't even think. Well, I did eventually watch them because I had to catch up to watch the last few Star Wars. But if it wasn't for that, I would have never watched the third part of that where Anakin like fights.
I thought you honestly
Obi-Wan.
thought you were gonna bring up the Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett.
But that went.
That was a spinoff of a spinoff, and that shit was just whoa.
Well, that took place after the events of Return of the Jedi.
Right. No, what I meant is like it's just like we watched the Book of Boba Fett, and it never scratched the itch that Mandalorian gave us. And so watching
and the show
House of Dragon,
until Mandalorian jumped in that bitch.
My girl thought it would not. My girl thought that it wouldn't scratch the Game of Thrones itch that she had because she was watching all the other shows. She was watching the Vikings show. She was watching the other,
The Last Kingdom.
The Last King. She was watching all of those.
Good. Last Kingdom's good.
Yeah, and they're good. Don't get me wrong. And I've sat there and watched a couple episodes, but I just never really got into it with like she sat there and watched it religiously.
Yeah.
Me, I just like I'm cool. House of Dragon's coming. I'm waiting on that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's how we were the first 2 episodes. Was like, I don't want to talk myself out of this because I really want to give this show a chance. So we just kept watching. The first 2 episodes, I wasn't lost, but like again, just like the last Game of Thrones, there's a lot with the names, man. It's the names and the houses.
Our first episode on here, we didn't know none of the names. We over here like the Queen, the King dude,
the King dude, Pops, and the girlfriend.
But now we're hearing the names
friend.
over and over and over.
Now it's like, I mean, in Game of Thrones, it took me 3 seasons to remember Tyrion. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I can't wait to see where this story goes. I hope it goes. Hey, what's up, Gabe? I hope this goes straight into the Mad King because that's the story everyone wants to see.
Right. And I mean, this show this show is supposed to have multiple seasons and stuff like that. So I don't think they're gonna speed to that.
I see it pushing right into that. This show could have 2 or 3 seasons, 4 seasons maybe.
We got to see. We got to see
into that.
So we got to see Rhaena's reign, and then we got to see her fall.
Got to have her have kids because that's where it comes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we'll see how that goes. But with that being said, man, it's been the boys. Catch y'all tomorrow, of course, for PSBS Live. We're gonna be talking about
none other than
GTA.
Man, these people can't just leave shit alone, man. Gotta have clout.
Man, shout out to all the leakers out there,
hackers
man.
and leakers, and
you know what I'm saying. Y'all got a special place in my heart.
You know a good place.
We'll talk about it tomorrow. All
right, yo.
But hey, man, shout out to the most global. You already know, man.
That's
it's been the boys. We out of here. Yeah.